Hi everyone, Terry today, my daily video coming to you live from my chicken coop. Today I'm going to talk about distractions and people who grieve. They use a lot of hobbies and interest. They're jumping from project to project. Sometimes, like my mom calls it, I overwhelm myself and try to drown myself. That's accurate. You may or may not relate to me. Some people use shopping as their sort of therapy to help keep their mind active. I did it first. I kept introducing new hobbies into my life at one point, and I still catch myself trying to do it. I'm trying to get out of that, but it's very hard. You don't want to sit idle too long. You want to be actively doing something, because then your brain works against you and you're in a state of tears and grieving really heavily. Your day is kind of run because you want to be a happy person again, and that person who before your child passed is no longer. So it is hard to find that happiness all the time, but you can, and Jesus does help with that, but it is hard. So one of the things that I'm a big fan of animals, and I'm a gamer. Those are my two main things. The other thing is watching documentaries. I love documentaries, especially on Discovery Channel. Anything that can teach me intelligent things, I love. I'm a sucker for that. Every now and then I watch true crime things, but most of the time I will sit out here in my chicken coop like I'm doing right now, soaking up the sun rays, enjoying time with my chickens. This isn't my chicken, but this is Esther. She's one of my turkey hens, my Jennies. I love her so much. And then I've got my big guy here. He was my first one. So I have turkeys, quails, chickens, and rabbits right now that I am currently taking care of. I did just hatch 2 guineas out. Again, just swallowing myself, drowning myself in it. It keeps my brain active, it keeps me active, and it keeps me from sitting and wallowing in the grief. Because that's the one thing you're never going to get over it, but you want to get to a point where it's not all the time. Because there is a point in the grieving process where it is all the time for a while. And it can consume you if you decide to stay there. I chose Jesus. I chose to have him happily pull me out, and I'm thankful for that. There is a such thing as going overboard with your hobbies and interests and things that you're gonna fly back and forth from for a while. It's terrible. It can cause you to go into debt. I did that to myself one time. I overspent, and I'm being candid. These are realistic things that happen when you're grieving. You don't realize that you're doing these things, but you are, and you're doing them so your brain stays active and you're not thinking about the loss all the time. But the idea here is to find a happy medium, a safe place where you don't feel overwhelmed. You can happily do what you're doing and you enjoy it, and you can keep coming back to it. Don't find hobbies and interests that you're going to jump from time to time to time to time. 2 things are going to happen. You're going to get depressed because you can't find that happy thing. I'm not saying don't try new things. What I'm saying is don't hop. Try it completely and then move forward if you don't like it. But don't get in the middle of it and be like, yeah, I just don't know. Try it completely. Try it for a short time. 10 years ago is the last time that I had chickens. I decided this year I was going to do chickens again, and I was really worried about it at first because I just didn't know. I'm 42. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I'm autoimmune. My bones hurt all the time. I have fibromyalgia, and scoliosis, sciatica, you name it. I have bone problems. And so I just was like, can I do this? Guess what? I can. I push myself every day to come out into the heat. I'm in the middle of perimenopause as well, so I'm always hot. That's why my face is kind of flushed right now. But my girls out here, they help me a lot with I can sit here, have a moment with Jesus, and my birds that I absolutely enjoy, you know, and I feel it's a blessing to be able to do this, have a small homestead and be able to do this. I usually garden. I didn't garden this year. I regret it. I started to. I had a bunch of seeds take, and then the frost wiped them out. We weren't supposed to get another frost, and then we randomly did. Kind of killed my buzz there, my vibe, you know, on wanting to do this. And again, that's when I jumped from project to project. I went to something else. You can hear my quail in the background. You can hear my chickens and my turkeys. They're very attached to me. I hatched most of them. Some of them I bought. You know, I had 40 given to me. I've rehomed a lot of them. I didn't want 40 chickens. But I genuinely do enjoy it now. Again, my mother says I'm drowning myself. I am. I won't deny that. I hate that I do that sometimes. I feel overwhelmed and I don't want to get out of the bed. And then I sit there and think about my daughter and then I want to cry. So I make myself, my responsibility to my birds actually helps me get out of the bed every day, believe it or not. Responsibility to my son helps me get out of the bed. To my husband, to my father-in-law, who we help take care of, it helps me get out of the bed every day and move forward with my life. You know, the hardest thing at first was being further away from her in time, but I look at it now as I'm getting closer to her. Every year that I age up is a year that I'm getting closer to her. You know, if I lose an animal here, they're close to her. I look at it as eventually these animals, they don't live very long. And if they go to her. I'm sending them to her. So to me, it's a connection. You know, time is a connection to her. My animals are a connection to her. My family's a connection to her now. And so these little hobbies and little things that I do, they help me connect to her. You know, I used to read a lot. I don't read that much anymore. I listen to music a lot. I love to sing. I've been singing since I was a little girl, since I was like before 5 years old that I can remember. So those are hobbies that have carried my whole life, and I still do. You know, birds, I've always rescued birds, and I've always rehabilitated them and rehomed them. I don't do that much anymore. Every now and then Rural King calls me, and I pick up one, and I try to get it up to par. Sometimes I have good luck, sometimes I don't. But again, I'm showing them love before their last days, and I'm sending them up to my daughter and Jesus, you know, and she gets to take care of them until I get there. So I'm these things, these hobbies, I've learned to just connect with her, and it's my way of keeping her spirit alive too. And the point I'm trying to make here is it's okay to jump around and, you know, try to find new things that keep you occupied and keep your brain from dwelling on the grieving process. You're going to naturally grieve. It's what you do in between the one grieving period to the next grieving period is what's important. Don't sit alone. If you know you can't do it, don't do it. Call a friend. Get on a game. Watch a movie. You know, heck, do a crossword puzzle. Whatever you need to do. Read the Bible. I mean, right there. And God's going to walk you through the grieving process there. I mean, Jesus is close to the brokenhearted, and we are the brokenhearted. So, you know, sometimes just read the Bible. If you can't read it, listen to it. Because sometimes I cannot sit down and physically read it. I'm just that upset. I will turn it on and listen to it in audio style. You know, get on a video game. I play Roblox, believe it or not. I played with my niece and nephew for a long time. My kids, I still play. My parents play. A bunch of friends of mine play. Maridi84 is my gamer tag if you want to add me. I also play Warframe. I play Soulframe. Palia, which is a very cozy game. I love that. I play that with my best friend Terry. Yes, my best friend's also name is Terry. I love her to death. But, you know, you find different things to do with your friends and family. You find different things to do by yourself. Ezra, La Truigana. This is my dog. I just spoke in Dutch to her. She's trained in Dutch. She's a Belgian Malinois. She also keeps me, you know, grounded sometimes when I just need to hold somebody and love on her. I love you. Yes, I do. So, You know, when my son is busy or my husband's busy, I may call my dog over and just cuddle with her for a little bit and watch some TV. You know, it just, you find different things to occupy that quiet time that you don't want to have. Now, there is a time to have quiet time. It's like right before bed when you're praying, or you're praying to God and you're talking to him and you're having him deliver messages to your daughter and you're crying a little bit. That's your quiet time. That's when you have your quiet time. But until you can successfully, and trust me, I'm not there yet. No, not even close. I struggle with being alone, and I struggle with, you know, just quiet in general. I almost want to be in the chaos sometimes, and it's not healthy. But there are times where I just lay in the bed and I just turn on music and I spend my time with Jesus. I spend my time with myself. My cats sometimes will curl up on me and love on me. I'll love on them. My husband might curl up next to me and he'll be quiet, and because he knows he goes through the same things I do, you know. That was also his baby girl, and same with my son. Sometimes my son will come into the room. My room is my safe place. That, if you hear me refer to that, it's my sanctuary. That is my quiet place, and everybody knows it. It's a quiet place for all of us. That's where we will all go hide, is in my room when we need to get away. Me, Joshua, and Brian. Even my son will come in there and curl up sometimes and just be like, I need to pray. I need to talk to God. And where two or more gather, you know, the better of him hearing our prayers. So the better of things taking place, and that's what we do. And so our animals are a big centerpiece of our family, aren't they? And my friends are a big piece. My family is a big piece. My husband and my son are a giant piece. I love them dearly. My mom and dad, who I'm close to, and my father-in-law even. You know, my father-in-law lost his wife last year. He's grieving, and then he's sick. It's another kind of grief, so, which we'll touch on that someday, the different forms of grief. But what I'm getting at is, find something that helps you get through the moments, so you're not sitting there wallowing in the sadness all the time. It's gonna happen. It is. But don't choose not to stay there. Choose Jesus, grab his hand, and have him pull you out. Have him pull you out over and over again. Have your friends pull you out, your family, a video game, your chicken, my chickens. I mean, and I apologize, my coop is in the middle of getting built, so it's just temporary everything in here right now. It's just been too hot this summer. But choose other things than the quiet until you're ready for that quiet, and you can handle it for that moment. You know, choose the quiet once a day. Don't choose it all day long. Don't choose the grief all day long. Choose happiness, choose joy, choose education, choose a book, choose a computer, choose a loved one, choose a movie, choose theater, something. Choose something else other than to wallow in it. And that's where I want to leave you guys today, is finding the right hobby, activity, exciting adventure to do. Go on vacation, whatever it is. Take a day off and just walk with your dog, you know, at the dog park. Choose. You got to choose that every day. You got to choose to not be in that place. But just because you're not in that place doesn't mean we're still not grieving. And I want people to understand that. If we're choosing for a few days in a row or a week to be in a happy place, let us be there. Because it's going to get broken eventually. The process is going to start over again. And then we're going to be in that place of wallowing for a few days and trying to figure out how to get out of it, and then remembering, oh yeah, that's right, I got turkeys outside that like to spend time with me. Not that I would forget that, because I'm out here 4 or 5 times a day. But choose that. Make a choice for yourself and stick with it. And again, thank you everybody for all the warm thoughts and prayers, and I really do appreciate all of you. I want to say to Kim White, I'm sorry about your mother. I just read your message. I'm really sorry that she passed. I know you two were close. My cousin Jenny as well, with her mother, and Kendall with her boyfriend. I know it is not easy when you lose a loved one. Lord, it's not easy, and the process can be forever long. And you live with the guilt. But just choose choose to do something else than sit in it. Again, God bless, peace, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Till next time, see you tomorrow.